Right, welcome back to another game from the Clark and Edison Gaming Company. We are going to have some Saturday Night Football under the lights, and this is a new game concept. I put a little bit more thought into the game and made some changes. There were even some changes requested by people who were watching the game on YouTube. I did a sneak peek of it this morning. It was kind of a basic version of the game, but we've extended it quite a bit. And you can see it's still a D20-ish roll, but now it's going to be two D10s added together. So that gives us that nice where these plays in here are going to be your most played plays. So that puts mostly their punts and field goals into our sort of most played plays. And then we have touchdowns on this end. We have one touchdown here with a pick six taken to the house, and then mostly like some punts and turnovers and things like that up in the low numbers. Our extra points here, we switch them to 4 to 20 just to account for this roll. So that'll be 1, 2, 3. So about 6% chance of missing on an extra point, which I haven't had a missed extra point yet. And then a 2-point conversion is going to be basically from here to here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4, all that. It's a little bit less than half. The 2-point conversions are good. We have our drive modifiers down here, so you're going to apply the drive modifier on each drive result row. Each team is going to get 8 drives, so you can see here 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, etc. There is a chance for skipping. So like here on a 16, a sustained 12-play clock chewing drive results in a touchdown, and then you're going to skip the next drive for the opponent. So it's sort of that eating the clock shortens the game, that sort of concept. And then here there's a quick 3 and out, and the opponent's going to get an extra drive. So I haven't run into that one yet, but probably I haven't done it, so it'll probably happen in one of these games. Right. And then you can see there's some split results here too. So this is an 8-play drive that dies near midfield. You're going to roll a 1d10 for the punt result. A 1 is a punt block. Defense returns it for a TD. I actually had that. 2 to 9 is a normal punt return, and the next team takes possession. And then a 10 is a straight up punt return touchdown. So the kick is off, and it's a punt return touchdown. Here, there's a sack on third down, sets up a field goal attempt. 1 to 6, it's good. 7 to 10, it's missed, so an opportunity for a missed field goal. Quarterback hurried on third and long. 1 to 4, the quarterback runs for first down, and the drive results after that in a touchdown run. 5 to 10, the quarterback is sacked, and the team settles for 3 points. So you have some different options here. This one, flag is thrown on a 40-yard TD pass. 1 to 4, the penalty's on the offense. There's no TD. The drive stalls, and the drive result is going to be a 3-yard or 3 points, so field goal. If it's a 5 to 10, then the penalty's on the defense. The drive result is a 40-yard touchdown pass. And then we have our sort of long touchdown run, long touchdown pass here as well. So that's how the game works. And I'm going to play some games that are in progress right now as I play this. 17 Alabama is at Georgia, who's number 5 in the country. We have Oregon at Penn State. And then we have Arizona at Virginia Tech. This is just 2 teams unranked. Just wanted to show you how it would play out there. So this should give us a good idea of where the game is at, and maybe after this you'll have some more suggestions. Many of the suggestions I put in here are suggestions that people have given already. So we're going to have our 4 quarters, 1 and 2. So these are going to represent quarter 1, quarter 2. It'll be halftime, quarter 3, quarter 4. So that's how that'll work. And we'll just keep a game log here. I've been keeping track of who goes first. So Alabama, we just give it to the away team. It's just an alternating system. All right, so Alabama's first drive, a 9, pass defended by the cornerback in midfield. That's going to be a punt. So nothing for them. for Georgia on their first and 11. Oh, I forgot to add the modifiers, right? So we have a top 10 versus a top 10. No, we don't. We have a top 10 versus a rank. So we get a +1 to the top 10 teams roll. So that's going to be a +1. There's also a home field advantage roll. So they actually have +2. So we'll give them their +2. Alabama's going to be working, without any sort of advantage there. So 11 + 2 is 13. That's going to be the quarterback hurried on 3rd and long. We're going to read this result here. Quarterback is sacked. Team settles for a field goal. So nice play there from the Bama defense. Georgia leads 3-0 as we head to the back half of the first quarter. A 10, 9-play drive reaches the edge of field goal range. That'll be a 48-yard field goal. And Bama ties it up at 3. And the last drive of the first quarter. Actually, I guess they have halves here, so it would be the first quarter. So this will be the first half and the second half. So I think that's how they play it. 16 + 2 is 18. Flag thrown on a 40-yard pass. A 9 is going to be the penalty on the defense. The drive result is a touchdown pass. So TD pass. So they're going to be 6 + 12 extra point is good. So anything from 4 and up is going to be extra point is good. So that's 1% and 2%. That equals 3%. So it's a 97% rate of making a field goal. The extra point. So 10-3 is our score as we kick off the back half of the first half. Alabama with the ball, 13. Quarterback is hurried on 3rd and long. 5, quarterback is sacked, and they're going to settle for a field goal. So 10-6 is our score as Georgia has the ball. 5, quick 3 and out. The opponent is going to get an extra drive. So this is going to be a punt. And they come up with 0. Alabama's going to get an extra drive. So they're going to have 16. 16 sustained 12-play clock chewing drive is going to wind up a TD. And a 10 is good. So 6 + 1. That'll be 7. The next one, this one's going to be skipped because they ran out of extra time. So haven't run into this quite yet, but I'm going to give Alabama their extra drive right here. So they're going to get an extra drive here in the second quarter of 7. 8-play drive. The punt is going to be blocked. The defense returns it for a touchdown. So punt. And Georgia is going to be their own 4B. So punt block. 6 + 1 is a 7. So huge play there as we got the long touchdown drive that skipped the next drive that would have ended the half. But we had this extra possession we need to account for. So they had a punt and a punt block for a touchdown. So the score is 17-17 at the half. It'll be Alabama with the ball. Wild and woolly first half there. 10, 9-play drive. That's going to be a field goal for Bama as they start the second half with a field goal. Georgia, a 12 + 2 is 14. 14. Turnover sets up a short field, quick TD. So 6. And 5 just is good. So 24 to 16, 24-16. Alabama with the ball. And 8, 4th and 2. So 1 to 3, they're going to get the first down and roll again. 4 to 10, they're going to punt. It's a punt. Georgia with the ball. 11 becomes 13. 13, quarterback hurried on 3rd down. A 6 is going to be a sack, and they settle for a field goal. So good defense from Bama. As we end the first half of the second half, it is 10-27 to 10-16. 27-16. Alabama's got the ball. And these are our last two drives. 9 is going to be pass defended. That's going to go to a punt for Georgia. A 7 becomes a 9. Pass defended by the cornerback at midfield, and that's going to be a nice defensive play from Alabama. Alabama needs a score, but they're not going to be able to win this game. 8, 4th and 2. So on a 10, they have to punt. So good defense here in the back half of the second half. And Georgia with the last possession. 13 becomes 15. Hurry up tempo drive, TD on a seam route. So TD pass. And that's good for 6 plus 1. And Alabama shut out in the 4th, but Georgia gets 7. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. 28 plus 6 is 34. And we have 10-16. 34-16 is the final there. It was like 14-7 whenever I saw it in the second quarter. So not too far off from what we had here. So Alabama drops the game on the road to Georgia 34-16. Let's go to Oregon and Penn State. So these two are also top 10s. This team has these two are going to be even now. So top 10 versus top 10. There's no bonus, but they are going to get a +1 for being at home. So 6 to the Ducks. 6 is going to be a drive stalled at their own 45. They have to punt. And it'll be Penn State ball. A 12 becomes 13. 13 is the 3rd and long, and the quarterback runs for the first down. The drive is going to ultimately result in a touchdown run. So they get 6 plus 1, and that's a touchdown for Penn State. They take a 7-0 lead over Oregon here in the first half. A 4, fumble in the red zone after a promising drive. So good defense there by Penn State as they force a fumble. And 15 becomes 16. Sustained 12-play clock-chewing drive results in a touchdown. You can decide whether it's a run or a pass. So the next drive is going to be skipped for the opponent as they just eat up the ground, take a 14-0 lead. And for Oregon, this is going to be a skipped drive. And that means Bama is up. Bama, Penn State. 4 becomes 5. Quick 3 and out. The opponent's going to get an extra drive. So maybe the way that we should do that is we'll give the opponent these next 2 drives. So let's say a punt. And we'll just give Oregon the next 2 drives. How about that? 14. 14 is a turnover, sets up short field, quick TD. And +1. So that's actually here in the second section. So 14-7, we're going to give Oregon this other one here as well. So they get an extra drive. 14, just got to kind of figure out how to do that. Same result, so TD. And a 3 is going to be a missed extra point, so just a 6. So 14-13, and that could come back to bite Oregon. Oregon's going to get another try here to start the second half. 18 is going to be a flag thrown on the TD pass. A 3 is a penalty on the offense, no TD. The drive stalls, and they get a field goal. So field goal to start the third. Bama didn't get any score in the second, so this is a 0 and a 0. So it's now 16-14, Oregon over Penn State. Penn State with a 9 becomes a 10. They get to field goal range, 48-yard field goal. And they're sort of swapping back and forth here as they regain the lead 17-16. Penn State in the lead. The Ducks with the ball, same thing. They get to a field goal. And let's see what Penn State can do. It's an 8. 8 becomes 9. Pass defended by the cornerback at midfield. That's going to lead to a punt. So after 3 quarters, so to speak, 3 quarters of the game, we got 16, 22 to 17 is our score. No, that can't be right. 13 plus 6 is 19. 19-17, Oregon in the lead, and they will get the ball. 2 more drives left. 8 is going to be the 4th and 2. Do they get it? They don't, and so they're going to have to punt. Actually, it's not even that they don't. It's just that they punt. Or do they go for it and get the first down, or do they punt? That's the question. So Penn State. 10 becomes 11. Sack on the 3rd down sets up a long field goal attempt. We'll see if they hit it or not. A 2 is going to be a good field goal. So field goal is good. And Penn State on the board in the 4th. Got to get rid of that guy there. Oregon. Let's see where they are. They are at 13 plus 6 is 19. 14 plus 6 is 20. So 20-19. Field goal puts them in the lead. Touchdown gives them a big chance. Instead, they're going to fumble. They're going to fumble in the red zone after a promising drive, and that is just a killer, as that's going to lead the way for a Penn State victory. What will the margin be? 17 becomes 18. Flag thrown on a long pass. 7 is going to be a drive result of a TD pass. That's going to be 6 plus 1. As they put up a 10 spot in the 4th, and they win by a score of 10, 13, 20, 27 to 19. So Penn State takes care of business at home 27-19. And our final game of the night is Arizona at Virginia Tech. Neither of these teams has their own advantage, but Virginia Tech gets a +1 advantage. So the away team is going to have to overcome a little bit, even if they're the better team. All right, first possession is Arizona. That's going to lead to a punt. VTech. 10 becomes 11. This is the sack play. 4 is going to be a good field goal. So Virginia Tech takes the early lead. Arizona with the possession. 12. 12 is a red zone trip, ends with a chip shot field goal. It ties the game at 3. VTech with their second possession. 11 becomes a 12. Same thing. Chip shot field goal from the red zone, as they can't punch it in, but they do get the points. Arizona's third. 10 is going to be another field goal, 48-yard field goal. As it's a field goal fest here in Virginia tonight. Blacksburg. 7 is a punt. Let's see what the punt result is. We're looking at the red die. The red die is a 7. That's going to be a normal punt. So a defensive battle here between Arizona and Virginia Tech. It is 6-6 as we get on to our last rolls. A 2, oh my gosh, that's going to be a pick 6. The defense takes it to the house, and they don't even have to kick the extra point. So we're going to say pick 6, good for 7 points. So that is 7 points to VTech, and they're going to get the insult of having another drive. 14 becomes 15. That is a TD pass. and that will be 6 points. As Virginia Tech open it up a little bit here in the second quarter. 14 plus 6 is 20. 20 to 6 is a score right now. And it will be Arizona. Let's see if they have something here in the second half. They can get back into this one. 18 is really good. So flag thrown on the 40-yard pass, 8. Penalties on the defense. So that's going to be a result of a touchdown pass, 40 yards, 4-6. And they get the 7. So they come out opening drive in the half, or out of the half, and they get a big touchdown pass. 12 becomes 13. Quarterback hurried, and he is sacked. They're going to have to settle for a field goal. So Virginia Tech trying to climb back into this one. They're down by 23-13. They're down by 10. Arizona with the ball. Another big roll. 18. So this is on the TD pass again. This time the penalty is on the offense, and they're going to stall out and have to settle for a field goal. They do score 10 here in the third section, though. We get an 11, becomes a 12. That's going to be a chip shot field goal. So let's see where we are. We're at 10-16 and 10-26. So 26-16, 10-point lead for Virginia Tech. Arizona with the ball. They're going to have to do something here. 13 is pretty good, though. Quarterback is hurried on 3rd and long, and he runs for the first down, and that drive results in a touchdown run. So they're going to go in for 6 to get the extra point, and they're only down by 3. So 23-26, and things getting tight here in Virginia. VTech with the ball. 13 becomes 14. That's going to be a quick TD. So both teams heating up a little bit as they both scored here in the fourth. Lead back to 10. Arizona needs something pretty special here. They need a couple of big-time plays. They get a punt. And, oh, no, it's a punt return for a TD, and that's how the game is going to end. So punt, and yeah, we'll call that the end of the game. So punt return for a TD, and they're going to make the extra point. So that's how this one is going to end, as Virginia Tech scores 14 in the last quarter, or the last couple of drives. 2, 3, 4, 28 plus 6, 34. Plus 6 is 40. As they lay a 40 spot on Arizona. That's 14, so 10-23. Sorry, 23. So 40-23 is our score. Again, a fun little football game, kind of growing a little bit, and it allows you to just play with any top 25 team of any point in any season, and just kind of pick up a game and get rolling. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, click on subscribe. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section. If you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. And if you have any suggestions about the game, just send them to me in the comments, or you can email me at clarkandaddisongaming@gmail.com. We were not able to do our Apple Football Club interview tonight. I prepped that earlier today, but we had to postpone that. So won't be happening if you are looking for that, and instead might be happening for the future. But here's a little bit of content for you, just in case. And we'll see how these games turn out. 34-16, Georgia over Alabama. 27-19, Penn State over Oregon. And 40-23, VTech over Arizona. So let's see how this one goes tonight. And I hope you have a good weekend. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.